what are you seeing for the future, technology wise, people wise? What does Adam Conrad see for infinity and beyond? If I can quote my the late great, actually not the late great, but Mr. Buzz Lightyear. Go ahead.
You know, it's funny. You see all these technology has never been this prevalent in staffing ever, right? It was a decision of what job board to use, what ATS, and there's a plethora of tools out there that are available from AI to chatbots to automation to onboarding solutions, reviews, all of this information. What I think is that we're going to see those higher transaction type of positions. I'm going to see automation start to replace the need, right? And so if I'm looking to pick up a quick shift or do that, we're already seeing that in the gig side. I think that you're going to see on the other piece. I think you're going to start hearing more that recruiters matter, right? We're going to get back to the human piece of it. That's what's happening, and I love the rhetoric that I'm starting to hear with the automation. It's not replacing. Like 3 years ago, automation was going to replace the recruiter. I was like, that's not happening, right? This is it's like, I always looked at the real estate world and the travel agents, right? Travel agents, many of them got replaced because it's a low risk, high transaction. I can go get a flight to Miami and come see you. I don't need to talk to somebody about it. But if I'm going to go ahead and take a trip around Europe for 2 weeks and I've never done it before, I'm certainly going to talk to a human being that's been there. I want that perspective. I'm not booking that online. And when you see the real estate agent, right, buying a house it's a high risk, right? It's a high risk situation. So technology shifted the role of the real estate agent, where their value used to be bringing you the MLS listings, right? It changed with Zillow and all those sites like that. Now you can go on. I knew what houses. I'm calling the realtor and saying, hey, I want to go see these 5 houses. The value then changed and the role of the realtor changed to saying, now I'm going to provide you additional insight, maybe on the neighborhood, the schools, the human approach of it, all the things that I couldn't research. And I see that's where technology is going to shift the recruiter. The recruiter that's transactional is going to get replaced, bottom line. The recruiter that can provide added value, become a talent advisor. I think you're going to see candidates starting to want to follow recruiters with them through their career because they're going to be trusted people. I see technology pushing recruiters to be more than what the industry has demanded of them. And I hear candidates already saying, we need more out of the recruiter, because if it's just a transactional conversation, technology is going to go ahead and replace that.
Makes sense, and I totally agree. I think the trusted advisor role is key, and I think that's for any industry. The customer has all the data. It's your job to point out, and this is kind of like the challenger sale mentality. I don't really love it. If you challenge things we challenge things that are right. Like, I'm not going to challenge just the challenge. If nothing comes up in a call that I need to challenge, I'm not going to create something. But I think if you hear something and you're like, ooh, I know that that's not how it is, or I know that that's not going to work, then yeah, you should come in and say, hey, you can go. I go back. I was a history teacher, so don't trust one person. Trust 2, which is again why I love great recruiters. So you gotta hear it from multiple people's mouth, and if what really kind of keep going on this point, Malcolm Gladwell's book Talking to Strangers, like, you can't trust one person. It's so interesting. AI is better. I think I keep referencing this, but AI is better at judging whether or not someone should get bail or not than a human judge.
Right.
So anyway, but like, talk to multiple people and then figure it out. But I agree with you. And great examples. I've never thought about that as the real estate agent, but that is so true.
It's funny. We hear AI all the time, and there's a lot of debate about, is AI real? And I was like, well, great recruiters is 100% AI. It's actual intelligence, right? It's actual intelligence from the people that you're servicing. They're going to let you know, right, how you made them feel, if you did a good job. So to me, we have a new take on AI in the great recruiter world.